So I got a message from my spirit guides the other day, basically saying that if you're suffering, if it hurts, it's because you're aligned to something that's not true. And that really hit home, and it was really powerful for me to hear that, because there's so many times when I've seen that to be true, that I really suffered something. I really kind of was mulling through something, only to discover later it wasn't exactly how I thought it was. It was actually the case that I was safe, that I was actually okay the whole time, even though I was worried about something that could go wrong that really wasn't likely or possible to happen. So this is the case in so many different areas of life. I'll try to explain. Well, my hair is like flying out. I'll try to explain. So the reason it hurts so much to be in scarcity, to be in lack, to be in poverty, whether it's in frequency and energy or actually, is because that isn't who we truly are. The reason that it hurts to be in fear and trauma is because we actually are safe. We actually are so supported by the people around us. We actually are so supported and held and emotionally encapsulated by people who love us, that it hurts to be in fear and to not trust, because we're essentially like headbutting with reality. We're not actually aligning to the truth of the situation. The truth of the situation, of our inherent abundance of frequency, of our inherent safety, that we are supported, that we do have many people who are willing to support us, to help us to go through what we need to go through. But when we shrivel down into lack, when we shrivel down into trauma, we live in a reality. It's completely valid. It's a valid reality, but it's not true. We live in a reality where we don't feel safe. We don't feel loved and supported. And we essentially shrivel down and block out those resources. We block out those opportunities. We block out those possibilities that are really there. The possibility to receive love, care, and affection from somebody. The possibility to notice opportunities, to think of ways of accruing resources or income or whatever the thing might be. Or that possibility of tapping into our own inner highway, express highway of love, of well-being through within. All of that gets tuned out when we shrivel down, when we believe the lie. So I've had to come back again and again and again to remember to reconnect with the truth of my inherent abundance of frequency as a being, meaning that there's always more possibility, there's always more love, there's always more resources, there's always more available than you think with the limited lack-based mindset. So much of it is just, what are you tuning into? Are you tuning into the inherent truth of that abundance frequency? Are you tuning into the inherent truth of being loved and being loved? Or are you tuning into the truth or the non-truth of scarcity, of almost like you're literally in an ocean and you're like, I'm drowning. And you're like, I'm just so thirsty. But imagine it's actually water that you can drink. You're like, I'm just so thirsty. And you're drowning in this water. That's like, we're in this ocean of possibility. We're in this ocean of abundance. We have our own inherent connection to our own genius. But when we close down, and I've experienced this so many times, into lack, into limitation, we don't feel like possibilities and potential is at our fingertips, which it is in truth. But we don't feel connected to it. So it's really time for us to reawaken to that expanded sense of possibility, that expanded sense of potential. And you always know that you're connecting with somebody who's amazing, who's incredible, when you walk away from that conversation and you feel an expanded sense of potential. You feel an expanded sense of possibility. When you do that, you know that that's operating in a higher frequency. It feels good. It feels in joy. It feels in flow. And it feels, there's a part of us that deeply knows there's something true about this. There's something actually true about that frequency, about that realization or that insight. So we always want to come back again and again to the beautiful truth. The truth of abundance, the truth of love and being loved, and the truth of the expanded possibilities at our fingertips. And that is only truly accessed right here, right in the moment, when you let go of stories and you come back to that blank slate of, okay, anything's possible. Where do we go from here? Now, I know that that's tricky to live in that moment to moment, and that's why I make a video like this, so that we can come back to it again together. Blank slate, whatever you were going through, whatever you were dealing with, whatever was on your mind, let's just wipe that clean. And let's come to, all right, anything's possible moving forward. Anything's possible for you from here on out. We got a wide open sea of possibility. Now let's tap into what resources we truly do have. What do we want to see happen? How can we tap into love in our relationships? How can we tap into love within ourselves from here? How can we tap into the inherent abundance of possibility, of resources? There's probably people, places, opportunities, and things that you really didn't have click in that are available to you in the same way that they are available to me. So I just want to pass along that message that the truth will set you free. The truth is better than you thought. And the reason why it hurts, the reason why we suffer is because we are aligned to the false. We are aligned to the untrue. And when we're aligned with the untrue, so imagine this is the untruth, and untruth is inherently in discord with truth. So it's like fighting against truth. And so it's always in a clash. And then that clash causes suffering. So if you're in untruth, you're always clashing with the truth. You're always like in a fight with the truth of reality, the truth of life. And so it hurts us on the inside. But when we let go and we align to the truth of the abundance of love, the abundance of possibility, the abundance of joy, the abundance of an expanded sense of potential, and it starts to feel really, really good. And then from that really, really good feeling, we align with truth. From that really, really good feeling, we get a really, really good state. In that really, really good state, we feel more inspired. We feel more willing and energized to do the things which actually tap us in further to that potential and that possibility. And then we start to live more of that life from that truth. So that's the insight. I love you. I care about you. I hope this landed with you well. Let's think about this together. How can we just wipe the slate clean and come right here and now to a place of tapping into what we truly want to tap into, that is in alignment with the truth of love, the truth of abundance, the truth of possibilities, to lead you into the life that you really, really want. Lead you further into the way that you wish you would see your life unfold. Because that's a beautiful thing. I want that. You want that. We all want that.